Okay, folks, this will be an interesting one. It's something that happened early last month in January, and yeah, it's come around and been and gone, but I'm still going to remember it. Let's see what years once we've set this silly thing up. $200 there and 300 on the vertical. I see something, folks. It's a spider hanging off a web. I'm just trying to find where it is. I'm going to try and get rid of that web. Hanging there, right in front of my photocopier, folks. I caught it on camera, but it might be a little bit difficult to see because it looks like a very small or maybe a baby spider. I don't hate spiders necessarily. I only don't like them because I don't know which ones are venomous and which ones are safe. I'm pretty sure daddy longlegs are safe because even though their poison is extremely toxic, probably the most toxic around, because the jaws are so small or the fangs are so small, there's not enough that can go in and kill you. Don't quote me, maybe look it up. Anyway, let's see what this cup is. It's got a musical, it's a happy birthday. I turned 48 on the 1st of January, and I'm really missing a loved one. So that's our birthday cup. I'm really missing my partner Luigi, and every year that I'm away from him, I feel more like I'm getting older than what I want to be because I don't have him with me. Actually, I think 300% is too big. But basically, it's silly. I really miss my partner Luigi, and I'm trying to get this stuff on the television news, the primetime free-to-air news, and it's really difficult when you've got all these other news items like COVID-19, because every time something happens with COVID-19, the news channels are on it, and they just can't seem to get enough. Even though it's a killer, people just feel the need to be informed constantly. Anyway, that looks interesting. I just lost the happy birthday, which is a shame. That was the part I wanted most. I think 200's a bit much for the horizontal, but basically I'm really lonely without my partner. I really miss him, and we've lost some of our settings. That's why it looks so wishy-washy and shithouse, because some reason I just killed off all the settings. I don't know how that happened, but basically I'm trying to get this stuff to air. I'm not getting any younger. That's the purpose of this. I'm not getting any younger, folks. I wanted to marry in my 20s, not my 40s or my 50s. I didn't ask to be single for this long. I really hate single life, folks. It's not my thing. It's never been my thing, singledom. Being a singleton is just shit. I don't have any appreciation for singledom, except when I choose between that and a bad relationship or a bad friendship. I'd rather be single. But when it comes to, now this is all gone black, but I do prefer, of course, to be in a relationship with someone that I care about. I don't want to be in a shithouse kind of union, which I have been in the past. but not anymore. And I can't find Luigi until I've gone on television, and this is looking better. I can see the happy birthday there. I'm going to use this. I don't know if this is going to be much of a demo, unless we can cut that off and make it like something interesting. But basically it really gets lonely without a loved one, and I'm just trying to find a way of getting to this person, to find this person, because I'm really feeling extremely hurt and lonely. It really cuts. Loneliness really hurts. It's like smoking the equivalent of 15 cigarettes a day, and I don't really want to smoke that anymore. Not literally smoking it, but smoking it, it's like that. It's really deadly. Loneliness is deadly, folks. And I've spent most of my life in some way or shape being lonely. The missing part of my life was love, and I didn't get it in my family. I didn't get it in the schoolyard. I didn't get much in the way of love. Now that looks interesting. Got the happy birthday there. I don't like this bit, but it looks like this looks really quite nice. I'm going to make that the centre of the job. I'm just really disappointed that that part is the way that it is. But I really miss my partner. I really wish I could get in touch. Wonder if we're going to make it a negative positive. But I really, really miss my partner, Luigi. I struggle to deal with the desolation that I feel being away from this person. It really cuts me that I have to be alone as long as I have been. I really hate loneliness. I really do, folks. I hate the loneliness that I experience. And COVID-19 is just going to make my life more lonely because it's taking up the airwaves that I'd otherwise have to find Luigi. And I don't want to be left on the side. I really hate this loneliness. It really cuts. And I think that looks better because that sort of matches up with that. Still looks a bit wishy-washy in the red. Wondering where the centre of the job is going to be. Going to make it there. But I'm really lonely and it's really hurting me. I really struggle to accept what I've got, that I fucked up when I was young, and that's why I'm not with him. It's the past calling, folks, and the past calls my name, and it's a bitterness that I feel being locked into the past with my foibles, or should I say my stupid attitude that I had when I was young and potentially I could have been, with his help, successful. And I now have to live with this lonely thing. We don't need that. We now have to live with this loneliness until such time as I go to air. So if you're a TV presenter or TV channel, if you can just listen to hear my I was thinking, hear my prayer, but why do I say hear my prayer? I mean, what has God got to do with this, folks? Strange how that nearly came out. But if you could just hear my distress call, maybe that's a more appropriate term for it. I'll be grateful if you could play this stuff on your channel. I'd be really happy. And if I can get in touch with this person, well, I'll be forever grateful to you folks on the TV. Let's see how we go. Anyway, that looks interesting. I think now we can call this demo quit.